Test 1, 2. Oh, yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dr. Tonight's regular athletic conference action. This game has a reporting credit of LSU Alexandria Towers against number 2, LSU Streetball Pilots. LSUS presenting NAIA after record contest and as a against the winner in Solution Athletics. Notice for a positive competitive environment by showing respect for tonight's student athletes, officials, and spectators. LSUS is committed to the NAIA's Champions of Character program and asks for your help to create a positive, competitive environment. Please enjoy tonight's game. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask that you rise for a moment of silence. Last night, LSUS lost a dear friend and former Chancellor, Dr. Vince Marsala. Dr. Marsala was a member of the original faculty here at LSUS. Over his career here, he served as a member of the faculty and in a number of academic and administrative leadership roles. Dr. Marsala served as Chancellor from February of 1995 until his retirement in the summer of 2012. In honor of Dr. Marsala's memory, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing with the playing of our national anthem. And now time to meet tonight's starting lineup for the 14th ranked LSUA Generals. At guard, the 6'3" junior from Wakefield, Louisiana, number 2, Evan Smith. At guard, the 5'11" senior from Slidell, Louisiana, number 10, Joseph Baraki. And for the 6'6" sophomore from Slidell, Louisiana, number 11, Chris Vickers. And for the 6'11" junior from Slidell, Louisiana, number 15, William Claiborne. And at guard, 6'3" senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 23, Jordin Williams. The Generals coached by Larry Cordero, assisted by Jimmy Winklow III, Tyler Toby, and Matt Barton. And now, the starting lineup for your number 2, LSU Streetball Pilots. At guard, the 6'2" senior from Saginaw, Michigan, number 1, Benjamin Bass. At guard, the 6'6" senior from Oakland, California, number 2, DJ. At guard, the 5'11" senior from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 5, Stevie Clark. At guard, the 6'4" senior from Texarkana, Texas, number 11, Jamal Ray. And at guard, the 6'5" senior from Shreveport, Louisiana,
Well, there you have it, Pilot fans. Your starting lineups for this conference action featuring the 14th ranked LSU Alexandria Generals and your number 2 ranked team in the country, the LSU Shreveport Pilots. I'm Tanner Kraft here with you. Tonight should be a good one. Both teams ranked in the top 15 in the nation. LSU Alexandria with a 7-2 record, 2-0 in conference. Your Pilots are 10-1 and 1-1 in conference play, coming off a win in their last matchup here at the Dock against then 24th ranked Langston. They won that one by a final of 106-96, rebounding from their first loss of the season, December 7th against Southwest, in which they lost 105-104 in thrilling fashion. The Pilots start off with Benjamin Batts, DJ Clayton, Stevie Clark, Jamal Ray, and Josh Robinson gets to start tonight for the Pilots as they look to go 2-1 in conference play. Here's a referee with the opening tip-off. And he tips it out of bounds, so we'll re-tip it. The tip-off won by the Generals, and we are underway here at the Dock. As number 10, Joseph Faraci sets up that Generals offense. Pilots starting off in their man-to-man D. Nice cross-court pass there. And they're going to say Chris Vickers stepped out of bounds. It'll go the Pilots' way. On the court for the Generals is Evan Smith, Joseph Faraci, Chris Vickers, William Claiborne, and Jordin Williams. The big man down low, William Claiborne at 6'11", the junior out of Slidell, Louisiana. DJ Clayton looking to take him off the dribble, but it is stolen away. And they say it's going to the Generals, and the Pilots are going to argue that it stays with them, and it will stay with them as another referee came in and changed the call. So DJ Clayton had that one taken away from him for a second, but the Pilots are able to keep it. Stevie Clark back in this one after missing the last game. Nice right-handed layup by DJ Clayton puts the Pilots on the board first, 2-0. Evan Smith on the wing, guarded by Josh Robinson. The elbow jumper by Jordin Williams is no good, and the double-double machine, Jamal Ray, is there for the rebound. Jamal Ray, in second in the nation, with 7 double-doubles coming into this one. DJ Clayton once again. Jamal Ray with a tough jump shot. It is good. The 6'4" Jamal Ray right over the 6'11" Claiborne. Chris Vickers looking for someone as he picks up his dribble. That tough man-to-man defense for the Pilots makes it hard to find the open man. And the jump shot by Jordin Williams is good. And the Generals are on the scoreboard. LSU Alexandria tied to first in the conference early on with a 2-0 record. The Pilots are 1-1. There's Benjamin Batts. He's arguing he was fouled, but the rebound goes to Josh Robinson, who pulls for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Vickers. Good crowd tonight here at the Dock. The three-pointer is no good by Evan Smith. And good defense there by Vickers, but the Pilots will keep it. As we see our first substitutions in this ball game, Brandon Moss will come in for Chris Vickers. Moss, a 6'9" senior from Bessemer, Alabama. Deep three by Stevie Clark, no good, but there's DJ Clayton for the rebound. And Josh Robinson's finger roll is good. As Faraci brings the ball down the court, guarded by Benjamin Batts. Here's a three-pointer attempt by Jordin Williams. It is good. The lefty right in the face of Stevie Clark. And DJ Clayton trying to answer. His three-pointer is no good. Nice layup there by Evan Smith. And the Generals have the lead. They lead at 7-6. 4 minutes into this ball game here at the dock. The 10-1 Pilots against the 7-2 Generals. Here's Benjamin Batts, and it is blocked by Brandon Moss. And Williams once again, the lefty with a deep three. Timeout, LSUS. As the Generals lead it 10-6. We'll be right back. So Stevie Clark will bring the ball down the court for the Pilots, who are averaging 102 points per game through their first 11 contests. Here's Jamal Ray. Had it stolen for a second, got it back. His finger roll's no good. And Brandon Moss is not able to keep his footing as he slides all the way out of bounds. Jamal Ray with a tough jump shot once again is no good, but there's DJ Clayton. His attempt is good. Jamal Ray trying to shoot it over the 6'11" William Claiborne, as Ray stands at 6'4". Down low to Brandon Moss. His fadeaway jump shot is good. And the Generals lead it 12-8, 5 minutes into the ball game here at the dock. Here's Stevie Clark off the bounce. Good defense by the Generals. They are everywhere right now. The jump shot by Batts is no good. The alley-oop attempt is no good, as the pass was a little high for Brandon Moss. Already you can see the Generals want to push it in transition. And with the recent Pilot cold spell, they are able to. Pilots looking to get it going. They led it 6-0. It is now 12-8 Generals. Here's DJ Clayton. Count the bucket and one. As that foul goes on Brandon Moss. That is his first foul, and Clayton will go to the line to make it a 1-point game. A free throw, no good. Rebounded by Claiborne. Pilots setting up in their half-court man-to-man defense. Nice inside pass there to Claiborne. His finger roll is good. The Pilots looking to find a rhythm offensively. Here's Stevie Clark. Left-handed layup is good. It looked like he was hitting the head there, but no foul. That is Clark's first bucket of the game. Three-point attempt by Evan Smith, no good. Rebounded by Clayton. And Clayton's pushing it. DJ Clayton, right-handed floater is no good. Rebounded by Brandon Moss, but there's Josh Robinson for the steal. He is fouled, going to the line for two. Good defense there by Frog, as they call him, Josh Robinson. That foul goes on William Claiborne. That is his first foul. Already 7 minutes into the ball game here. The Generals lead at 14-12. The first free throw by Robinson is no good. Robinson coming into the game. Shooting 70% from that free throw line. LSUS as a team shooting 70% as well. The second free throw is good. As the Generals have some substitutions. Number 34, who has the ball right now, Anthony Stove, just entered, as well as number 1, Shannon James. Left-handed layup is good by Stove. I was told before the game the Generals like to sub. They will sub at almost every dead ball. And they have stayed true to that so far. Jamal Ray with a pull-up jump shot, no good. Rebounded by James. And James all the way down the court with a 10-foot jump shot. Makes it 18-13 Generals. Benjamin Batts' floater is short. Pilots unable to find that rhythm. Here's a three-point attempt by Stove, no good, but there's Vickers, blocked by Jamal Ray. DJ Clayton lost it for a minute, but able to put it in with the right-handed layup. The Pilots trail by 3. And they're going to say Jordin Williams traveled. Has some subs now for the Pilots. C.J. McGill and Anthony Walker come into the game for Josh Robinson and Jamal Ray. This is the 8th meeting between these two teams. LSUA has won 6 out of the 7, including the last 6. The Pilots looking to end that streak here tonight. And a foul called as Stevie Clark was driving to the bucket. No, they're going to call an offensive foul on Stevie Clark. No, correction, I am sorry. Foul on C.J. McGill, setting the pick. So the Generals will take it. There's a deep three by the lefty, Chris Vickers, no good. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pilots. As now the Generals look like they're in a full court press. They trap C.J. McGill for a second. Nice dish to D.J. Clayton, but the layup is no good. And here's the Generals very quickly. The fadeaway jump shot by Brandon Moss is no good. Here's Stevie Clark, very quick. Contested layup, missed. Anthony Walker able to put it in off the nice assist by C.J. McGill. The Pilots trail by only one. 10 minutes remaining in the first half. That foul goes on Anthony Walker. That is his first foul as Josh Robinson comes back into the game, this time for Stevie Clark. As Evan Smith and Jordin Williams re-enter for the Generals. Here's a three-pointer by Faraci, and it is no good. DJ Clayton, right-handed layup, no good, but there's Anthony Walker, 2 rebounds and a putback. And the Pilots regain the lead. Pilots playing very tight man-to-man D, switching on every pick. And another foul caught on Anthony Walker. And very quickly, that is his second foul, and he'll have to come out of the game. Jamal Ray re-enters as Claiborne comes into the game for the Generals, this time for Vickers. Just before this game, the LSU Shreveport Pilots women's basketball team defeated LSUA by a final of 99-79 to stay undefeated on the season. This one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Generals. As our ladies team moves to 12-0 on the season. 3-0 in conference play. Good defense by DJ Clayton. And a foul on the three-pointer is called by DJ Clayton, and he can't believe it. So Jordin Williams will go to the line for 3. Williams on the year, an 81% free throw shooter. LSUA as a team, a 78% free throw shooting team. So he makes the first, makes the second. As Shannon James comes into the game for Faraci. As Donovan Thomas enters as well to see his first action here in this one. Williams able to hit all 3 free throws. As DJ Clayton dishes it to C.J. McGill, who has an opening. He throws the outlet to Jamal Ray, who was not ready for it. The Generals will take it. As Stevie Clark comes in for Benjamin Batts. The Pilots trail by 2 with 9 minutes remaining in the first half. LSUA, the 14th ranked team in the nation. Your Pilots ranked number 2. As Evan Smith tries to take Jamal Ray off the dribble, his layup is no good. Here's a deep 3 by Stevie Clark. It's good. The Pilots have the lead once again. Here's Evan Smith again. Another missed layup by the 6'3 junior. Here's Josh Robinson. He is fouled and going to the line for two. Jordin Williams called for the foul. The senior guard picks up his first as Josh Robinson will go to the line for two, with his team leading by one. The first free throw is off. But the second one is good, and the Pilots lead by two. Nice pass inside to Claiborne, but he is blocked by Ray, but they're going to call a foul. The foul will go on DJ Clayton. As he fouled Claiborne before Jamal Ray could get to him from behind. And now Coach Blankenship is going to have to get his senior guard, DJ Clayton, out of the game to protect him. 7:58 remaining in the first half. The Pilots lead by one. Stevie Clark is blocked, but there's Jamal Ray for the rebound. And another foul called on the Pilots. This one on Stevie Clark. That is his first foul. Nice back cut. And Jordin Williams puts it in and give the assist to the big man, William Claiborne. Here's Benjamin Batts for a deep two. It is good. Check that. That is a three. Looked like a two from where I'm standing, but I'm not complaining. The Pilots lead by two. And another foul called on Josh Robinson. Correction, Jamal Ray. That is a seventh team foul already called on the Pilots. The Generals have only been called for three. But the Pilots lead by two with 7:10 remaining in the first half. As Claiborne makes the first free throw. Claiborne on the year is a 74% free throw shooter. As he goes a perfect 2 for 2 at that trip. As Stevie Clark brings the ball down the court for the Pilots. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Pilots. Good defense there by Shannon James with the quick hands. Exactly 7 minutes remain in this first half of play. Both teams very evenly matched to this point. Here's a three by Josh Robinson. No good. Rebounded by Evan Smith. A cross-court pass to Williams. Back to Smith for a three. No good. Long offensive rebound. And the shot by Brandon Moss is no good, and a foul was called on Evan Smith. So Chris Vickers will come in for Smith as he picks up his first foul. Here's a three-point attempt by Jamal Ray. It is good. Jamal Ray with 5 points. Good defense by C.J. McGill. As the ball goes out of bounds off of Jamal Ray, it'll stay with the Generals. As Claiborne comes back in, as well as Evan Smith. Both of them getting very quick breathers. Here's James. The right-handed floater is way off. Very quickly, Robinson bringing it down the court. He is fouled, going to the line. Foul on Chris Vickers. That is Vickers' first foul of the contest, as Robinson will go to the line. The Pilots lead it by 3, 5:53 remaining in the first half. As Antoine Baker comes into the game for the Pilots and for C.J. McGill. As Robinson hits both free throws to give the Pilots a 5-point lead. Inside the Claiborne, and the big man puts it in. That's 7 points for Claiborne. Very quickly here, Stevie Clark, right-handed floater is good. Clark, a 5'11 senior with 7 points. There's a deep three by Vickers. It's no good. There's Jamal Ray for the defensive rebound. There's a three by Antoine Baker. No good. Rebound by Jamal Ray. And a jump ball. It'll stay with the Pilots. As Anthony Stove re-enters for Evan Smith. As him and the Generals trail by 5. 5 minutes exactly remaining in the first half of play. Deep three, Stevie Clark, no good. There's Claiborne for the rebound. Jordin Williams, the bank shot's no good. Rebounded by Stevie Clark, and the Pilots with a chance to extend this lead. And the foul goes on Joseph Faraci. That is Faraci's first foul. Benjamin Bass with the left hand, it's good. Benjamin Bass with 5 points for the Pilots, who lead it by 7. Closing in on 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Almost stolen by Stevie Clark, and it is stolen by Stevie Clark, but he'll run out right out of bounds with it. as Brandon Moss re-enters for Vickers. Baker all over Jordin Williams, who throws it straight out of bounds. Great defense by Antoine Baker. Timeout, LSUA. We'll take a timeout as well. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Your Pilots lead it 35-28. So the Pilots looking to extend that 7-point lead as they come back out with the same exact lineup as before the timeout. Benjamin Bass, a tough 2-point attempt is no good. But Baker with the rebound steps out of bounds as it looked like he rolled his ankle a little bit there. Couldn't control his body going out of bounds. So the Generals will have it. 3:41 remaining in the first half. There's a three-pointer by Brandon Moss. It is short. Nice hustle by Antoine Baker. He's giving the Pilots some great minutes off the bench here. Layup by Stevie Clark is blocked. And the Pilots are trying to get back. But the shot by Anthony Stove is good, as Benjamin Bass was just a step late on that one. Here's a three-pointer by Jamal Ray. And Stove comes down with the rebound. The Generals have 2-on-1. Initial layup miss, but there's Claiborne for the rebound and the putback. Generals able to cut that lead to only 3. Here's Josh Robinson for a 3. It's no good. Claiborne with another rebound. And the Generals have a chance to at least tie. Here's Faraci with a 3, and they do tie it. 35 all, 2:15 remaining in the first half. Stevie Clark and the Pilots offense trying to get back in rhythm. Here's the left-handed layup by Benjamin Batts, rolls around and goes in. The Pilots regain the lead. Under 2 minutes remain in the first half. The second-ranked Pilots against the 14th-ranked Generals in this Red River Athletic Conference contest. Claiborne, right-handed hook shot's no good. And it'll stay with the Generals as DJ Clayton comes in for Josh Robinson. Evan Smith, who just re-entered, gives it up to Jordin Williams. He's fouled by Stevie Clark on the three-pointer. He'll go to the line to shoot 3. That's the second time he's been fouled shooting the 3. That is Stevie Clark's second foul. As Williams misses the first one. The Pilots lead by 2. A minute and a half remaining in the first half. The second free throw is good. As Vickers comes in for Claiborne. So Williams goes 1 for 3 from the line, and they throw it to Stevie Clark, who wasn't looking. So the Generals will have it. As Faraci sets up that Generals offense, Jordin Williams, the lefty with the left-handed layup, he's fouled once again, going back to the charity stripe. Antoine Baker tagged with the foul. That's his first foul. The 9th team foul on the Pilots. As Williams hits the first to tie the ball game up once again with 1:12 remaining. As Shannon James comes in for Joseph Faraci. Once again, the Generals like to sub, and they will sub at almost every dead ball. Williams goes 2 for 2 to give the Generals the lead once again, closing in on 1 minute remaining in the first half. Stevie Clark's floater is no good. There he is for the offensive rebound, and the second attempt is good. Good hustle there by Stevie Clark, but the Pilots aren't getting back quick enough. As Evan Smith is fouled, and he went down hard, holding his face. That's Jamal Ray's second foul. As Smith will go to the line for 2, the Pilots lead it by 1. The first free throw is good as Robinson comes in for Baker. So Jamal Ray staying out there with 2 fouls as we only have 43 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Smith goes 1 for 2. Stevie Clark comes down with a defensive board. Here's Stevie Clark. And they're going to call an offensive foul. That'll be Clark's 3rd foul. As Malik Andrews will come in for him, as he can't afford to pick up a 4th before this half ends. So as it looks right now, the Pilots will have an opportunity for the last shot of the half. As with a 5-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock. Good defense by Benjamin Batts on Williams. And he is fouled again. And the Pilots bench cannot believe it. That foul goes on Benjamin Batts, and on cue at the dead ball, the Generals looking to sub. The Pilots can hold for the last shot. Just 19 seconds remaining in the first half. As Williams hits the first, Smith and James re-enter for the Generals for Claiborne and Faraci. Two for 2 for Williams, and the Generals lead by 2. The Pilots will hold for the last shot. Here's a deep three by Robinson. No good. Off the top of the backboard. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Generals. And a technical foul called on Robinson. As he thought he was fouled on the shot. Looked like he said something to the referee, who tagged him with a technical. That'll be his first personal as well. And Williams goes to the line. Just 3 seconds remaining, and the Generals have a chance to add to the lead on the free throws and get the last shot as Williams hits that free throw. And he goes 2 for 2. So the Generals have 3 seconds to make something happen here as they lead it by 4. 43-39. Here's Evan Smith for 3. No good. But the Generals take a 43-39 lead into the halftime break. We'll be back shortly with the second half. Don't go anywhere, Pilot fans. We have more basketball coming your way. Well, welcome back, Pilot fans, to the dock. If you're just now joining us, you've missed a good one so far. The Generals of LSU Alexandria took a 43-39 lead into the halftime break over your Pilots, the second-ranked team in the country. Let's look at some halftime stats here as we are a minute and a half away from the second half beginning. For the Pilots, nobody in double digits there in that first half, as Stevie Clark led the way with 9 points. Benjamin Batts had 7. DJ Clayton had 8. Jamal Ray with 5. Josh Robinson with 6. And Anthony Walker off the bench had 4. For the Generals, they were led by Jordin Williams, who had 20, but was 10 for 11 from the free throw line, and most of those coming in the last 4 minutes of the first half. William Claiborne, the big guy down low, has 9 points. Evan Smith and Joseph Faraci each have 3. Shannon James and Brandon Moss, both have 2, and Anthony Stove has 4, as we are just about ready to get things started here in the second half. So both teams have taken the court, and we are just about ready to get this second half started. The Pilots ranked number 2 in the nation at 10-1 and 1-1 in conference. And the Generals, number 14 in the country, 7-2 overall, 2-0 in the Red River Athletic Conference. This is Evan Smith on the wing. Step back three-pointer. They're going to say it was a 2, but it's no good either way. Rebounded by Josh Robinson. Nice pass down low to DJ Clayton, but he is fouled by Vickers, and he'll go to the line. Clayton on the year, only a 53% free throw shooter for the 6'6" senior guard out of Oakland, California, previously at Illinois State University, as he misses the first free throw. But he makes the second, and the Pilots trail by 3. Second half just beginning here at the dock. The Pilots women's team won by 20 points earlier against these Generals. The men looking to do the same, come out on top, as they have lost the last 6 meetings to these Generals. A nice layup there by Evan Smith. LSUA leads the series 6-1. With DJ Clayton and company looking to end that streak as he puts it in with a nice right-handed layup. And the 3 by Faraci is no good. There's Stevie Clark for the defensive rebound. And very quickly down the court, left-handed layup, no good. DJ Clayton could not put it back as he was right up there by the rim. As Stevie Clark picks up his 4th foul, and that's going to sit him for a while. C.J. McGill will come in for the senior point guard, who started this half knowing he had 3 fouls and picked up a foolish one there as Claiborne goes to the line. finishes the three-point play, and the Generals lead it by 6. The ball almost stolen, but there was C.J. McGill. Josh Robinson with a three. It's good. Much needed three-pointer there by Josh Robinson. Cuts into that LSUA lead. Jordin Williams, a contested three. It's good. Williams on the year averaging 20 points per game and is a remarkable 53% three-point shooter, as he has 23 in this one and a foul called on Faraci. That is his second foul. Jamal Ray right into the chest of Claiborne. Wild shot is no good. Alley-oop attempt no good, but out of bounds off of Jamal Ray. The Generals will keep it. As that's twice tonight the Generals have tried an alley-oop, but the pass has been too high. They've had the openings. Just under 3 minutes into the second half here at the Dock. The Generals lead it by 6, 51-45. As that foul goes on C.J. McGill, who is in the game for Stevie Clark, who picked up his 4th foul at the very beginning of this half. That was C.J. McGill's 3rd foul. It'll stay with the Generals. As a moving pick called on Evan Smith, the Pilots will take over. Here's Benjamin Batts as he's fouled. The foul on Jordin Williams. That is his 2nd foul. Williams with 23 points in this one. They're going to bring in Donovan Thomas to see his first action of the game in for Claiborne. The three-pointer by Benjamin Batts is good, and the Pilots trail by only 3 now. 16 minutes remaining in the second half. Plenty of basketball. And 2 very, very good teams on the court right now. Good defense by DJ Clayton. Rebound goes to Jamal Ray. Ray all the way down the court, no good. Rebounded by the Generals. And Jamal Ray tips the pass and then is fouled by Faraci as he pushes him. Non-intentionally, I should say. As both players were just going for the ball. But Faraci will have to take a seat, and then a technical foul has been called. So Benjamin Batts makes the first technical free throw. So the technical foul was called on Faraci, who kept on arguing the call after the play, as Batts goes 2 for 2 with the technical free throws as Anthony Walker comes into the game for Jamal Ray, whose defensive efforts has put the Pilots within one, as they were down at halftime and then as much as by 6 here in the second half. They trailed 43-39 at the break. Here's C.J. McGill all the way to the goal. Left-handed layup is good. The Pilots take the lead. We are in for a good finish tonight here at the Dock, as the Pilots trying to pick up the pressure defensively, as they are switching on every pick. Nothing comes easy for the Generals. Good defense by Anthony Walker. Jordin Williams, layups, no good. Give the rebound to Anthony Walker, and the Pilots are off and running. And an offensive foul caught on DJ Clayton, and nobody on the Pilots can believe it. That is Clayton's third foul. So the Generals will take it down by 1, 14:57 remaining in the second half. Both teams going back and forth here so far in the second half. Brandon Moss's finger rolls no good. Rebounded by Claiborne. Here's Jordin Williams all the way to the goal, right into the chest of DJ Clayton. His layup is good. Williams with 25 points. Williams will take a deep three. It's good. Pilots back up by 2. And the Pilots drop it into a 2-3 zone. The shot is no good by Moss. Rebounded by Josh Robinson. The Pilots drop back into the 2-3 zone to give the Generals something different to look at, as it forces a miss. Josh Robinson looking for any space to maybe pull another 3, as he is feeling it here in the second half. Benjamin Batts with a nice crossover. Can't finish it, but the Pilots get the offensive rebound. As the crowd here at the Dock has been ignited by the Pilots' play the last minute or so. Great defense leading to easy buckets, and they lead it by 2 with just under 13 and a half remaining. They're going to bring Evan Smith back into the game for Chris Vickers, as the Pilots go with a small lineup, the Generals will match it. Down low to Josh Robinson. His layup's no good, but there's C.J. McGill. Another offensive rebound for the Pilots. Make it another one, DJ Clayton with the putback. Clayton with 13 points. And the Pilots with a full court press, but the Generals are able to break it. Down low to the big man, Claiborne. Layup is good. Timeout LSUA as the Pilots lead it by 2. 57-55, 12:51 remaining. We'll be right back. 57-55, the Pilots lead it. As they are now going against the Generals full court press, but able to break it with no problem. Here's DJ Clayton all the way to the goal. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. The foul goes on Brandon Moss. As DJ Clayton goes to the line for 2. The Pilots lead it by 2. 12:38 remaining in the second half. Clayton, a 53% free throw shooter, makes the first. And he makes the second. As Shannon James Jr. gives it off to Brandon Moss. They're trying to get it down low to Claiborne, but good defense down there by Anthony Walker. Good defense by DJ Clayton. The contested shot is no good by Moss, and there's Clayton for the rebound. Benjamin Batts' shot's no good, but Anthony Walker's right there. His putback is no good. The Pilots thought it might have been a foul. Nice move there by Shannon James. And she's able to finish with a right-handed layup. Over the 6'8" Anthony Walker. CJ McGill with a step-back shot. It's no good. The Generals have a chance to tie or take the lead. James with a contested shot. No good. Rebounded by Benjamin Batts. And the senior guard looking to push it. CJ McGill, forward 3. It's good. CJ McGill finally gets the 3 to fall. He has 5 points. The Pilots lead it by 5. Down low to Claiborne. Good defense by Anthony Walker. But the left-handed layup is good. Benjamin Batts, a contested 3, no good. Rebounded by Evan Smith. Here's Jordin Williams. Count the bucket. He's going to the line for 1. The Pilots did not get back quick enough. And Williams with a chance to tie this one up. If he makes a free throw, he'll have 28 points. If not, the Pilots will keep a 1-point lead and Williams will stay with 27. But he does make the free throw, and we are tied once again, closing in on 10 minutes remaining here at the dock. Your second-ranked Pilots against the 14th-ranked Generals. DJ Clayton, right-handed floater is no good. Evan Smith all the way to the goal. His layup's good. The Generals are back on top. Benjamin Bass, right-handed layup. As Shannon James blows right past the defense. Here's Benjamin Bass looking to answer. He cannot. As Brandon Moss comes down with the rebound. James with a 3, no good. It'll go to the Pilots. as Moss hits it out of bounds. Stevie Clark and Jamal Ray come back into the game for the Pilots. Stevie Clark back into the game with his 4 fouls with 9 minutes remaining. As he goes right into the chest of Moss, he's going to the line for 2. That is the 3rd foul on Moss. And Clark has the chance to tie it back up. As he misses the first one. Clark on the year from the line is pretty much automatic. He is a 95% free throw shooter for the season, but he missed the first one there. Here's the second one. And he missed that one as well. Good defense there by Stevie Clark. Here's a deep 3 by Jordin Williams. It's good. The lefty has been on fire all game long as he now has 31 points, and the Generals are back up by 5. And a foul on the floor on Faraci. That is his 4th foul. As Shannon James will have to enter for Faraci. So Stevie Clark at the line. The first of the 1-and-1 is no good. So the 95% free throw shooter Stevie Clark is 0 for 3 in the last 30 seconds from the charity strike. Here's Vickers from the corner. His 3-pointer is no good. That was a big chance for the Generals to extend this lead. Here's a 3. Josh Robinson, no good. Long rebound. Goes to the Generals and James. Nice pass inside to Vickers. Timeout called LSUS. The Generals back up on top, 71-64. They have gone on a run here. Coach Blankenship has nothing else to do but to call a timeout and let his team regroup, and we'll regroup as well. We'll be right back. 7:56 remaining in the ball game. So we are back at the dock. Closing stretch here in this one. 7:56 remaining. Your Pilots trail at 71-64 as this has been a game of runs. And right now the Generals are on a run as they have a 7-point lead. Here's a 3 by DJ Clayton. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pilots. Stevie Clark with a very deep three, and he hits it. No hesitation at all. Stevie Clark pulls that three from 10 feet behind the three-point line. No exaggeration. And he cuts that lead to only 4 for the Generals. And Williams throws it out of bounds. It'll go to the Pilots. As Benjamin Batts brings the ball up the court for the Pilots. He'll pull it as well at any given moment, him and Stevie Clark. Tough shot by Stevie Clark, but it goes in. With 4 fouls, Stevie Clark going right into the defense as he now has 14 points. The Pilots trail by 2. There's a three by Vickers. No good. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pilots. A chance to tie or take the lead as Brandon Moss comes back into the game for the Generals. He comes in for Vickers. Vickers has had 2 wide open three-point attempts. The one that he just missed in a couple minutes ago from the left corner that he has not been able to put in. And another deep three. Stevie Clark's feeling it. He's feeling it. The Pilots take the lead. Stevie Clark with 17 points. Down low to Claiborne. They're going to call foul on Anthony Walker. That is Walker's 3rd foul. As the Pilots are very outsized in this matchup. Walker being their tallest player at 6'8". They do have length, but as far as the 6'11" Claiborne goes down low, not many people can match up with him. As Moss misses that jump shot. Here's Stevie Clark, who's been on fire. Nice pass. Anthony Walker slams it down. And that ignites the crowd here at the dock. Nice find by Stevie Clark. The Pilots need a defensive stop to keep that momentum. They'll get one. Anthony Walker with the block. Anthony Walker and Stevie Clark combining to put the Pilots up by 3. 5:22 remaining. And this crowd here at the dock is loving every minute of it. We have a good one here, folks. Don't go anywhere. 5:22 remaining. The Pilots lead it by 3. Welcome back to the dock. The Pilots, like I said earlier, in a game of runs, have gone on a run of their own with 5:22 remaining. They lead it by 3. with the help of Stevie Clark and Anthony Walker. As Clark is guarded by James. Stevie Clark, right-handed layup, it's good. Clark with 19 points has taken over this ball game. Here's Evan Smith. Tough layup, no good, but there's the putback by Brandon Moss. As nobody put a body on Moss. Closing in on 4 minutes remaining. Stevie Clark looking to take Smith off the dribble once again. He'll pull it right in his face. It's good! Stevie Clark is going crazy. 22 points for the senior point guard. Right in the face of Evan Smith, who was right there defensively. The Pilots lead at 79-73. 4 minutes remaining. Blocked by Anthony Walker again. As Benjamin Batts loses the handle. And Claiborne able to put it in with a right-handed layup. Anthony Walker, a threat on the defensive end. The 6'8" senior with 2 big blocks down the stretch. Stevie Clark loses the handle. It'll be stolen by Williams. But he misses the layup. And then gets it back on the steal and is fouled. A wild sequence there. As Stevie Clark had it stolen, Jamal Ray forces a miss. Gets it stolen from him. And then fouls Williams, who will go to the line for 2. The first one is good. As LSUA going back with their smaller lineup now as Vickers comes in for Claiborne. Vickers, a 6'6" sophomore from Slidell, Louisiana. 2 for 2 from the line for Williams. As the Pilots lead by only 2 points, 3:15 remaining. The Pilots looking to end the 6-game losing streak against these Generals. Benjamin Batts forces Evan Smith into the air and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Benjamin Batts on the year, an 81% free throw shooter. Misses the first one. So the 2 best free throw shooters for the Pilots, Stevie Clark and Benjamin Batts, have missed their last 4 free throws combined. As he makes the second and gives the Pilots a 3-point lead. 3 minutes on the dot remain. The Pilots looking for a defensive stop. Here's Jordin Williams, left-handed layups, no good. There for the rebound is Benjamin Batts. Here's Stevie Clark, right-handed layup is good, count the bucket and 1. Stevie Clark with 24 points. That is Vickers' 3rd foul. And the Clark has a chance for a three-point play. As Clark misses another free throw. The senior averaging 18.2 points a game, has 24 in this one, but he's 0 for 5 from the free throw line. This game will no doubt come down to free throws. It'll go to the Pilots. A double team in the quarter on Jordin Williams. Timeout, Generals. 2:11 remaining in the game. The Pilots lead it 82-77. This has been everything we thought it would be. The number 2 ranked team in the country versus the 14th ranked team in the country, and it has lived up to the hype. We'll be right back. 2 minutes remaining. So the Pilots will be inbounding against the Generals' full court press. 82-77. 2 minutes remaining. The Pilots on top. Here's Jamal Ray to the basket. His floater is good. 7 points for Jamal Ray. The Pilots need a stop. That one was tipped by Benjamin Batts straight out of bounds between the legs of DJ Clayton. Another block. Anthony Walker not allowing anything under the goal as he denies Shannon James, who was left alone behind the defense. Timeout, Pilots. Anthony Walker, 3 huge blocks in the second half. 1:23 remaining. 84-77, the Pilots lead it. The Pilots on the year averaging 5 blocks a game. Anthony Walker has almost matched that total here in the second half, as him and Stevie Clark, the deadly combination, have stormed the Pilots out in front here with 1.5 minutes remaining. Pilots set to inbound it at half court. They lead it by 7. The Generals looking to double team Stevie Clark down low to Anthony Walker. and he is fouled on the floor. That foul goes on Chris Vickers. That is his 4th foul. As Anthony Walker goes to the line. He makes the first one. A 43% free throw shooter on the year. As Claiborne comes back into the game for the Generals. 1:11 remaining. Walker goes 2 for 2 from the line. Timeout, Pilots. They lead it by 9, 1:11 remaining. So both teams staying with those lineups. The Pilots have Stevie Clark, Anthony Walker, DJ Clayton, Jamal Ray, and Benjamin Batts on the court. 1 minute remaining. The Pilots lead it by 9. Down low to Brandon Moss as he is able to dunk it in. As Stevie Clark is fouled. A 95% free throw shooter on the year. He's 0 for 5 in this one. But he has hit some huge threes for the Pilots down the stretch. As he makes the first free throw. 25 points for the point guard. Misses the second one. Here's Evan Smith. A contested three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Vickers, and he is fouled. That foul goes on Benjamin Batts. That's his 3rd foul. Batts has 15 points in this one. 41 seconds remaining. The Pilots lead it by 8. As the first free throw is good to cut into that deficit. Now 7. Two for 2 from the line for Vickers. As throwing the ball in, DJ Clayton calls a timeout, so it'll be a timeout for the Pilots. 87-81, 41 seconds remaining. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. So DJ Clayton preparing to Inbound the ball, Generals in their full court press. Able to get it in to Stevie Clark, who throws it away, stolen by the Generals. Here's a three-pointer by Jordin Williams. It's off, and Jamal Ray comes down with a rebound. And the Generals will foul him, and he'll go to the line. .27 seconds remaining. Jamal Ray going to the line. Coach Blankenship looking to put Anthony Walker back into the game. No doubt for this upcoming defensive possession. Jamal Ray on the season, a 65% free throw shooter. As he makes the first one. That free throw makes it a two-possession game. One for two from the line, 88-81, 25 seconds remaining. Very quickly, the Generals coming down. Josh Robinson doing a great job of denying the ball to Jordin Williams. Here's a three-pointer by Chris Vickers. It's good. Timeout LSUA. 14 seconds remaining. 4-point lead for the Pilots. As the Generals will no doubt come back out with their full court press. And will be looking to foul right away. Pilot fans, your Pilots will be back in action this Saturday for the Holiday Classic at the Centenary Gold Dome. They will be taking on the Northwestern State Demons at 5 o'clock. That is this Saturday at 5 o'clock, the Centenary Gold Dome. Your Pilots against the Northwestern State Demons. But right now, we have 14.2 seconds remaining, and your Pilots lead it by 4 over the 14th-ranked LSU Alexandria Generals. The Pilots inbounding. As he gets it into Jamal Ray, he is fouled. Ray, who went 1 for 2 on his last trip, will head back to the charity strike. Jamal Ray, the senior, makes the first one. Now a 5-point Pilot lead. He goes 2 for 2. The Pilots lead it by 6. 13 seconds remaining. Jordin Williams all the way to the bucket. And Benjamin Bouts is fouled. .3 seconds remaining. Bats could put this one away right here. The 81% free throw shooter misses the first one. The Pilots are having a rough time at the free throw line tonight. Now the second one is good. 5 seconds remaining. Here's a three-pointer. It's good. Timeout Generals. Jordin Williams with another three-pointer. That is 37 points for the senior out of Baton Rouge, and the Pilots lead it by 2 with 1.5 seconds remaining. Your Pilots trailed at halftime 43-39. Nobody was in double figures. And with the help of Stevie Clark and Anthony Walker, they have ignited here in the second half. They lead it 91-89 with just over a second remaining. And they will be inbounding under their own, LSUA's goal. So here we go. 1.5 remaining. DJ Clayton inbounding the ball. He can run the baseline here. They get it into Stevie Clark. He's fouled with 0.4 seconds remaining. And if he makes both of them, this ball game is over. So with 0.4 seconds remaining, a delay of game warning has been issued to LSUA. And Stevie Clark makes the first free throw. One more and that'll do it. As it is good. Cross-court pass sails out of bounds. The buzzer goes off, and that is the ball game. Your LSUS Pilots defeat the LSU Alexandria Generals 93-89 to snap the 6-game winning streak the Generals had against the Pilots. Your Pilots improve to 11-1 overall, 2-1 in conference. The LSU Generals fall to 7-3. And they are also 2-1 in conference. My name is Tanner Kraft. This was a great game. I'm glad you were able to tune in and enjoy it with us. Your Pilots are victorious by a final 93-89. Until next time, I'm Tanner Kraft. We'll see you later.